My girls hold me down, them boys mess around. My love life is a mess. We're going out tonight because I'm looking for love. That's right. It's your girl Barbie J, and we are talking about Sistas Season 2, Episode 18, When It's Midnight. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. Hit the red subscribe button, and then you can also hit that little notification bell on the other side, which will let you know every time I upload a new video. And now I would like to give my shout outs to the people who've been holding down my channel in the comment section. We got Shanice Says, Isaiah Hill. Who else? We got Lamont Simpson, Ray J. Love, Bobby Ray, Celine Breeden, Ty Harrell, Jennifer Calhoun, Tia Divine, Usha Morrison, and Tiffany Harrell. Thank you guys all for holding down my channel and commenting on all my videos. Anyway, let's get started. Of course, it started with Karen walking up and busting Andy in a lie because Andy, she opens the door, Gary opens the door to walk out, and who's there coming in but Karen. Yes, Karen. What are friends for? Just to bust you in a lie. So she rolls up and Gary's like, oh, I'm leaving, and you know, and he's like, I really do love her, Karen. I do. She said, good, do it on the other side of the door. I said, okay. Girlfriend's there. I mean, that's what friends are for. But you know, Andy's gonna work our nerves and do what she gonna do. So it doesn't even matter really. And she's like, you know, she gonna ask Karen, what you doing here? What you think Karen doing here? Karen did catching your ass in a lie. That's what she doing. And she was like, oh, so now we lying to each other? She said, I didn't lie to you. I just omitted the truth. Legal lawyer talk. Bull crap. Bull crap. If you didn't think you was doing something sneaky, you would have told her. That's how you know you did something wrong, because you didn't tell your girls. And that's where we are with this. But, you know, they get into a big to-do. Karen notices the daggone ring on the counter trying to throw it down the drain. Like, girl, are you stupid or what? You want to throw somebody's damn ring down the drain? Throw it out the window like everybody else do. No, stop. No. You know, it's just like you say your piece, say what you got to say. Let her make her mistakes. That's on her, but just make it clear, I'm not coming to run and save you next time. This is what you want to do it. I ain't coming back. So she's going to tell Karen, I really don't care what you think and all this stuff. And then keeps trying to throw Zach up in her face. She's like, we ain't talking about Zach. Zach ain't squeeze her and try to break her bones and stuff. You know, Zach might have did something, cheated on her and stuff, but he sure didn't put her through this hell. So anyway, she goes, what do you think? You're my mother? You're not my mother. She said, no, I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I'll do anything for you, you know. And she wants to discuss it. And of course, Andy doesn't want to discuss it because Andy know her answer's wrong. And she's, you know, she's like, look, I don't want to discuss this. We're not going to do this now. She said, yes, we all going to do it now. And she basically said, look, he's a good guy. You don't know him. And Dad said, see, that's where you girlfriends, y'all mess up. You tell your friends all the crap he does, sometimes neglecting the good stuff, but now we only know the bad stuff. So that's how we don't understand when you want to stay with the bad stuff you just told us. And you know, stuff is not what I want to say. It's ish. The bad ish that you, it's like, what do you think she's going to do? They're going to worry about you. So now you go ahead. She's like, I don't want to ruin my friendship, you know, because of this or something like that. I don't want to fall out with you over this. And she was like, well, you know, whatever. So she lets him know that, yes, he asked me to marry him, but I didn't say yes. She said, well, you didn't say no. The ring is still here. She showed her that his wife signed the divorce papers. She has the information about his counselor and the therapy he's going to and all of that stuff. She's like, you don't understand. He's a good man. You don't know him. And I'm like, tell me about it. It's crazy. So anyway, that's that scene. Oh, but then she said she's going to bed. She said, look, I'm going to bed. I'm not talking about this now. And she's like, no, we're going to talk about it. And she's standing there and she's like, she closed the door and told her to leave. She said, leave. She just yelled through the door, leave. She said, you really going to do that? She said, leave. And went about her business. So Karen left and she's driving home and she's talking to Aaron on her phone, and he notices that she don't sound right. And he was asking her, did she have dinner? You know, maybe he'll stop by and bring some Italian food and stuff. But he said she didn't sound okay, you know, good. And she said, you know, that she had, a discussion with Andy and it didn't go well or something like that, you know. So he's like, hold your thoughts. That's, you know, when I hear stuff like lines like this, hold your thought. I want to support you when I get there. You know, I'll stop by, bring the food and bring you something to eat. I said, that's so sweet. He is a counselor. Isn't he the one that counseled Gary? So, you know, they show Sabrina and Jacoby. You know, I'm just like, I don't know why. They could have left this scene out. But they at the bar. And, you know, he sound like he intoxicated. And why you going to let this fool come to your house? You just met him. This your coworker. You already got him coming to your damn house. What is wrong with you? Please let me. You know, he's begging her, and she's like, okay, then you paying for it, the drinks, and he's like, what? You didn't even finish your drink there? She's like, look, I'm driving. I ain't having no more. First of all, you shouldn't be inviting a fool who's intoxicated to your house. You know, you really shouldn't. So he's at the house, and they sitting there on the couch and everything. And in the apartment, and you know, he trying to probably make a move on her and getting her to drink more. And she's like, we gotta go to work in the morning. We gotta go to. I was like, Sabrina, you're just so silly. They could have left that out. So he hugs her good night. She finally tell him, did you order your car? Get your car. Let's go. She hugs him, and he hugs real tight, and she could feel him getting hard. Bing. He was hard, and she was like, oh my God, you know, that's disgusting. I was like, oh, Sabrina, stop it, damn it. You probably did the same thing with Calvin. Didn't she jump in bed with Calvin on the first date too? I don't know. Anyway, so she finally opens the door for him to leave, but she's telling him to put that, you know, he's like, you want to see it? And she was like, no, that's disgusting. I don't want to see it. She's like, and hide that when you go out, you know, don't let people see. She was like, and let people see who I'm hiding from. I have neighbors, you know, God damn it. If it's midnight and your neighbors are up looking through their peephole, then they need to see what they seeing. Okay, because ain't nobody should be paying attention to your company leaving your house at midnight. All right, Sabrina, stop being stupid. Okay, that's real silly. Tell me, cover it up before you leave. I was like that. Anyway, who else? Sabrina and Jacoby. Danny is still drinking wine from a bottle. She's at the table in a bad, funky mood because Preston's sister is there, and Preston didn't text her first and let her know that his sister was coming. But girl, that's his sister, his favorite sister who likes you, the one who pushed him and encouraged him to talk to you at the airport when he first confronted you, and you acted funky. You know, I get it. You know, you wish he would have said something first, but don't show your ass in front of her. Don't do that. Be nice to her. That girl didn't do nothing to you. And every time you turn around, Preston is asking you. He's trying to learn. He's trying to understand. He didn't think it would be a problem. So you should have let him know, because you were already forewarned when you spoke to Sabrina that she might be there. So you should have already had yourself ready and able to deal with it, you know. So anyway, I didn't like the way she was acting. She basically, the girl left out, and Preston said he was like, you're being rude to my sister. She was like, oh, and she's doing all this talking. I don't know what she was saying, because it was confusing to me. How her behavior was really confusing to me. So Preston's sister said, no, you stay. I'll be fine. Let me go. Talk to her. She was so understanding. And he goes over there and he tries to talk to Danny. And he was like, let me know, you know, tell me what I did wrong. You know, I would never do anything to hurt you. But I can't learn if you don't teach me. Damn, there it is. I can't learn if you don't teach me. But you can't get mad every time if he doesn't know. So you teach him so the next time he won't do that. So he's begging her, tell me what I did wrong. He said he didn't think it was an issue, but you know. Then he said, you know what? You want me to leave? I'll leave. And so he goes. She said that would be a good idea. He went and got his bag and his stuff and was leaving. She said, Preston, where you going? She was like, I didn't mean take all your stuff. It's like take a walk or something, you know, but he don't know. You said leave. You know, talking about that was your idea. So I didn't like the way she was behaving. I think she had better manners than that. I really think she should. But then here comes the good part with Fatima and Hayden. And Hayden rolls up there and, you know, he comes to her house. He brings red and white wine. And she's like, oh, you brought the good stuff, you know. And he's like, yeah, the best for you or something like that. And then they sit down and they're having a drink. And he said, so what's been going on? And she said, well, Zach is in jail. And he's like, really? Wow. He said, I knew that guy was bad news. And she said, well, don't you want to know why? You know, she's like, don't you want to know? He's like, no, you know, why? You know, she said, because you put him there. You put him there. He was like, what are you talking about? I did not need, girl, boy, you put him there. I saw my neighbor's ring bell. You had Leon put the dope or whatever in his truck, in the truck. I saw it. She said, I was like, oh, snap. It's on and popping now. I was like, you better go Fatima. Because one, she works in a law firm. She said, you are a slum-ass mother effer. And she's like, and she cussed him out in so many nice ways. Basically, and she said, and I promise you, if you don't have him out of prison by tonight, I'm going to have my boss and your boss all over your ass in the morning. I said, ooh, he could probably lose his job for something like that. Because he could probably get in a lot of trouble like that. He's like, I don't understand, Fatima. What is it about me? Why you don't like me? You know, I'm a good guy. She's like, good guys don't put dope in trucks and do shit like this. What are you talking about? She was like, she was all over him. She said, well, he's like, I don't. He said, I've never had a woman like you. She said, you never had me. We went out one time. He said, we went out. She said, one time. And she said, sleeping with you was a big ass mistake. She said, I wasn't even drunk enough to stand it. She said, I couldn't even wait till it was over. He's like, whoa, you gonna do me like that? She said, it's the truth. I was like, oh, shoot. She was like, she said, let me say this in terms you understand. I don't like you. I was like, oh. So she told him, you better call up your frat brothers who are judges and stuff and fix this ish right now. She said, you better have him out before morning. She said, when I get up in the morning, if he's not out, I'm coming with you with all I got. I'm telling you now. Now get your bitch ass out of my house and leave with your cheap ass wine. So I couldn't even say the initials. I had to say it the way it was. I'm sorry. Barbie J be trying not to curse. It's Barbie J trying not to curse, but I swear she was in on him. I was like, go Fatima. Go Fatima. I loved her in this spot. Man, I can't even believe this. I'm enjoying her role on this show. I just watched something that said she actually was Tyler Perry's like personal designer or something like that. Or assistant, like not personal assistant, but she helped him revamp his wardrobe type of. And one day he didn't even know she had wanted to do acting, and he said he had something for her and wanted her to try. So in season 1, you know, she had that one little role, and then season 2, he made her part of the cast. See how things can work out for you? Tyler Perry is the man, the man. Anyway, then they show Maurice. He shows up to the Proud Bar and he cussed out the bartender. You know, the one that went home with Danny that time, as Preston called him butt liquor. Butt liquor. So he cussed him out for saying that, telling Danny that Calvin was on crystal meth. He saw him cleaning and I'm taking it. And the other white gay bartender was like, nah. Calvin's a clean as a whistle. He don't do no stuff like that. And so he said, I know what I saw. I saw him doing all that stuff. So then they said that Calvin was there that day, just an hour ago, and he was there with a man. And Maurice is like, really? Because Calvin told me he was going out with a woman. So Maurice is concerned about that. He's like, what is going on? So he leaves and he goes home. And when he gets home, he hears two men in Calvin's room having sex. Those voices sound like men too. I was like, oh man. And then the man came out. But no, Maurice, did he come out then? I don't know if he came out then, but Maurice was like, that's two men. He was getting hot and excited. He was like, damn, Calvin is getting it on. He's like, I'm so excited. You know, he wanted to jump in there, go in there with them. I said, this is a damn shame. So anyway, so Aaron shows up to Karen's house, and he asks us what happened, and she tells him everything. And then he shares that he's been counseling Gary for a long time now, and how Gary really loves Andy, and how long he had been trying to get divorced and everything. And she feels that Karen feels that Gary's not good for Andy, and he's like, why? Why isn't he? She said, the way he treats her. He said, how does he treat her? And so Karen couldn't really answer it. So basically he was letting her know that she probably need to remove herself and let them deal with it. He said, you know, sometimes God designs a midnight for them to walk through. Oh, that's the midnight they're talking about. It's midnight. Sometimes God designs a midnight for them to walk through, basically saying they have to figure this out on their own. And, you know, and she's like, oh, please stop preaching to me. You know, like, I don't want to hear anymore. He said, am I preaching or am I just talking? She said, well, you're a preacher who's talking, so you kind of preaching, you know. I was like, okay, that's cute. And so, you know, somehow they ended up, do you want to make it up to me or something like that? And she grabs his hand, they run into the bedroom. Now, I'm confused because I thought he decided that he wasn't going to be having sex with her no more. So I don't know what's going on, but that's what it looked like they did. And then the best part of all, they show Fatima on the couch, her doorbell rings. She goes to the door in her nightgown, and Zach is standing there looking tired and good. I was like, oh, Zach, I felt so happy. I was like, Zach is back. Oh, so he hugs her and stuff, and she says, what happened? And she has him sit down, and he says, something don't feel right. You know, it doesn't feel right, and how they just let me go and stuff. He said, did you call and do something? Did you call somebody? He said, just tell me. She told him you were set up by Hayden, and he was like, see, I told you, I knew it. I know guys like this, you know, they don't stop. And she was like, I promise what he did will go away, don't worry. He's like, yo, I'm on probation, I can't be getting arrested, I can't have stuff like this on my record. She said, it's gonna go away, please trust me, I have stuff on him, I have proof what he did. And he's like, well, I shouldn't be here now. He said, I really shouldn't be here. She said, why? You can't be here because of him? He said, stop saying because of him, because of me. I'm trying to get through, you know. He said he gonna try to mess me up with the houses and stuff like that. And she was like, no, once you get through past those two houses, this is gonna be like a dream, a dream to you. You're gonna be so happy, you know, it'll go away. She assures him that she got him, and that she got basically Hayden by the balls, and that if he tried anything else, it'd be a problem. And so he was like, really, you got me? And he was like, yo, he said, I need to take a shower. And he tried to get her to come in the shower with her. But before he does that, he said, you know what? He said, you a dope ass chick. And he kissed her, and she's like, thank you. He said to do this for me, guys like me. She's like, wait, what did that mean? I don't do it for everybody. He's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. She made it clear she don't be sleeping with everybody. She doing this with him, but she don't do that. So he said, no, I got it. But you know what? I like them together. I like them together just like I like, I kind of like Danny and Preston together too. Don't y'all? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But these two couples really are just something for me. But the other thing I was going to say about, but let me finish. They were going to get into the shower, and she was like, no, we're not going into the shower because I had to get a friend of a friend to do a favor and get my hair done. Karen, because they just had that hot, steamy shower scene the night before. Don't y'all remember? It was the shower scene of the century. He was trying to get her to go in there again. I was like, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. But I thought, like I said, I like them together and everything. But there was something else I was about to say. Girl, I done skipped all over the place and I forgot what I was about to say. I should have just said it. Anyway. So Preston comes back from his long walk. He went out and took a walk, you know. And she was like, he said, was that long enough? She said it was too long. You know, Danny ain't never happy, you know. So he comes back and they talk. And Danny is concerned that, you know, he's from money. So she's noticing she's remembering what his brother said, you know, about them having money, and she ain't getting none of it, and she didn't want any of that money. And she said she noticed his sister's ring. She's sitting there with the big diamond ring on and stuff. And, you know, and he was like, well, it don't mean anything. She said, well, you don't dress like you from money and stuff. He said, what? He said, you know how much these are limited edition golf Brooks boots I got on. You know how much these things cost? I said, oh, Lord. We like, to us, was like, you paid how much for some country boots, you know, some boots? We wouldn't understand that. And somebody like Danny probably wouldn't either, you know, some country boots. Anyway, but she basically wanted her place to be nicer when his sister came over. And he was like, he told her that, you know, this is, Danny, this is just where you are now. It's not where you're always going to be. This is where you now. It's temporary. You're going to have everything you ever wanted. You're going to have everything you ever wanted. I said, damn, he's so sweet. That was a nice thing for him to say. And she was like, you always know the right things to say. And I really thought it was sweet. Like I said, I liked them together. But he said, he did say his sister understands, and she feels like now his sister might be upset with her because of the way she behaved and acted. And he's like, no, that's okay. She'll be fine. You'll get to talk to her. He said, but next time, please, before you jump to conclusions and get too excited, you know, hear me out and let me explain stuff first before you treat me like that. She said, well, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm a very calm person. No, you're not, Danny. I'm a very calm person. I have no idea what you're talking about. But I will try to do better. I promise. He's like, thank you. So anyway, that's the end of my review. See you in the next video. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.